From Pink Dawgz and Sports Chat Plays YouTube channel throughout social media. We will get you out of here before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here in the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We celebrate these live free picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And deliver these plays, I will give some as well as our cappers here today. Let's meet them today. Damon, what's going on?
Hey, Tony. How you doing? It's been a while. Good to be back.
Great to have you back. Damon Sauce here with us. Rod, what's going on?
Hey, not too much. Hey, one of those useless last top of the ninth runs that that you want to be like that makes you like this. See this here? I lost this wad over here when all of a sudden I was like, no, that useless run. And guess what? That's what happens in baseball. It's one of those things. I could probably write a whole novel on that useless run in the top of the ninth to kill a run line play. Nothing like it. Detroit, Congratulations. You still got the win. Still holding the destiny there. Still looking real good. The Tigers to roll in the playoffs. Watch out. I would not want to be that team that has to face the Tigers heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, with some of their pitching and their bullpen. Be careful here. And, of course, the under coming in, that was the one I had on premium. So I felt good about that. Up 2-0, the 2-1 run coming across. Let's have it from Las Vegas. Tony Brown, what's going on?
Tony T, what's going on in L.A.?
Everything's going great. Warm up a little bit, but we'll take it. Of course, we'll look forward to the card here for today. Of course, head into a good college football and NFL card. So let's get the show underway. We're going to go ahead and get started here with baseball. We did have a game. If you have happened to not notice that there was a day game, Rays and the Tigers played. Obviously, with the bad weather out in Florida, this game was played today. 2-1 winner for Detroit over Tampa. So that leaves us here with 14 games in the primetime hour. So let's get underway with it. We've got here Reds, Guardians. We've got Cubs, Phillies, Brewers, and the Pirates. We get this one started here with Damien.
Yeah, here, taking a look here at this Brewers-Pirates game. Milwaukee, they did have a big comeback there on Sunday against the Diamondbacks, down by 8 runs and came back to win that game. But prior to that one, they had lost 3 games in a row to winning the NL Central. And they're pretty much locked into that number 3 seed here in the National League. Bailey Falters 1-0 with a 1.23 ERA. In 2 career starts against the Brewers, and I'll take the Pirates in this one at some plus money.
All right, Pirates there from Damien. Now, next up, we move on over to Tony Brown.
Yeah, I'm going to chirp in on that Phillies game. Getting underdog money with one of the best teams in baseball. They're locked in with the Dodgers. They're trying to get the best record in baseball. I know they clinched the division or whatnot, but they still want that number 1 overall to fill out home field overall throughout everything. And nobody wants to back into the playoffs. Everybody knows about, taking time off and then you coming up against one of these hot wild card teams or something. So I think still getting underdog money on the best team, and I still think they got something to play for. That's too good to pass up, so we won't.
And then from Tony Brown, next up, we move on over to Ron.
Yeah, and you look at this Reds game here, taking on the Guardians, and Carson Spears is going to make the start here for the Reds. Definitely a picture change from what it was this morning. It definitely wasn't Carson Spears going in this one. Man, he's been roughed up his last 3 starts as Carson Spears. If you look, he went 4.1 innings, and Toronto rocked him. 13 hits, 10 runs. Talk about leaving him out to dry. 5 home runs, and that's been the problem. 5 home runs, 2 home runs, 2 home runs. He's definitely been giving up the long ball and having guys on base with the walk as well. So big control issues. And you look on the other side of the bump for the Guardians. Tanner might be getting the start. And you know what? He was rolling along and unhittable at one point, and now he's over his last few. His ERA has ballooned up a little bit to a 4 ERA. So I like the over in that game. At the 8.5, I think we get 9-10 runs at it's a Progressive Field there in Cleveland. Both bats are hot. I got to go with the over 8.5 there in that one.
From Ron, or I'll tell you what I think about these games here in this spot here. Let me get up to this corner right here. What I think about these, I'll look here at Chicago laying the points. I know, or laying it here, the favorite. Actually, about minus 105. We've seen some movement here. I know the Phillies are about half game behind, but they clinched it a little bit, a little celebration there. Steele's been performing well, but Taijuan Walker will be a bulk pitcher today, so he'll see the bulk of the innings and his struggles there. And the Cubs 10-5 on the road behind Steele over his past 15 starts, return plus 5 minutes. I'll look at that way. In the Brewers, let's see, I want to make sure I stick with the right games here. Yeah, Brewers and the Pirates. I'll take the Pirates here. We've seen the Brewers not play as well since clinching. And the issue here with the Brewers over their past 7 games, just hitting .222. And they've not winning from Myers on the road. When Myers has been a favorite in minus 110 or higher on the road, just 1-5, losing 5 units. So the Pirates 10-5 behind Falter at home. So I'll look here at the Pirates here in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through as we get ready here for the next series of games here on this baseball card. Let's pull up the odds screen here for you. We'll move the chains here if we will here. All right, the next games we'll be covering will be Royals Nationals, Orioles Yankees, and the Red Sox and the Blue Jays, and we get this one started out with Damian.
Taking a look here at the Royals Nationals game. And KC, they're here battling here for a playoff spot. They're not really not helping themselves out. They've lost 7 in a row. However, it's not like the Nationals here or anything special. Just 1-6 on the recent road trip. Cole Reagans has been an absolute horse for the Royals all year, striking out guys left and right. And I do like KC to get back on track here behind Reagans. Lay the 1.5 here with Kansas City.
All right, then lay the run half there with KC. We now move on over to Tony Brown.
Yeah, I would actually take a look at the opposite on that game. Just for the simple fact, KC has lost 7 in a row. Losing is contagious and little bad stuff happens. Just like when you're winning, you don't necessarily always play well. You just get some of the calls and some of the breaks. When you get in losing streaks like this, you don't get the calls, you don't get the breaks. So it's a real shot Washington can just keep them in a losing slump, make it 8 in a row now. But I would just be safe and take the points for insurance and take Washington on the run line.
Yeah, from Tony Brown. Next up, we've got Radziwiecki.
Yeah, and for me, now I like the Washington angle, but I'm going to take Washington first 5. That bullpen from Washington hasn't been the greatest over the last few, so I like Washington first 5. I think they can outdo Cole Reagans. Cole Reagans has pitched a little better over his last few, but we've definitely seen him get beat up before, where he also just doesn't get enough run support. These Royals are struggling to score runs, and going against the left-handed pitcher there haven't been batting so well against lefties. You look over their last 10, and they're sporting a 132 batting average against the lefties, and that equates to 0.8 of a run per 9 innings. I just can't do it with the Royals. Give me the Nationals first 5 there in that one. And I like a bounce back here for the Blue Jays. Bowden Francis on the mound, and we know what he does on the mound. He just mows guys over. And I know that at times he struggles to get the run support. And Boston on the other side, Bellows getting the nod on the bump for Boston in that one. So kind of like a pitcher's duel early, but when it comes to it late, I think the bats of Toronto get enough off of Bello to give them the lead. And Bowden Francis actually has the lead getting into the later innings when they throw it to the bullpen, and there'll be enough at the almost coin flip price. It's looking like they're almost begging you to take Boston, giving it that extra little juice there, plus 110. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. Jays are also 8-0 following a loss at home in the Rogers Center, so I got to go with the Blue Jays there in that one. And then the Yankees, Clark Schmidt, right, is on the bump there for the Yankees.
Yeah, he is.
And you know what? I know we were hard. He's not eating shit right now, that's for sure. Clark Schmidt has been rolling. He's definitely been dealing for these Yankees. And I think this Yankees team is going to be up for this game big time. Because guess what? They win this game, they'll clinch the division. That'll also secure a first-round bye for the Yankees. And we know what happens. It's that time of the year. When the Yankees need a win and they want to win, guess what happens? Bats come to life. The Yankees come alive. Dean Kramer on the bump? Nothing smells the Yankees clinching like having Dean Kramer on the other side of the bump. And the Baltimore Orioles, who can't even hit a beach ball right now, they're struggling. Clark Schmidt's going to make them eat shit all night long. Sorry, Orioles. You're going this way. And even if you do sneak into the playoffs, first round exit. Ooh, Baltimore. Yuck. Yankees big in that one.
Yankees big from Rod here. I'll tell you what I think about these games here. I'm going to go under here with the Red Sox and Blue Jays. Bayo, 2 earned runs allowed or fewer in 4 or 5. Francis, we know, has been on really pitching well. Allowed 2 runs or fewer in 8 of 9 starts. Boston got their bullpen right over their past 10 games. Both teams struggling at the plate. Look at Boston 7-3 to the under in their past 10 on the road. I'll go under 7.5. I'm with Rod here on the Yankees here to get the clincher tonight. Orioles bats have been ice cold, so that's what I'll look at in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through as we get ready here for the next series of games here. As we'll get the odds screen up and we'll move the chains here. We've got next up Mets and Braves, a big one here. Angels, White Sox couldn't be any lower. And then we got Marlins and Twins. Interesting. All right, we'll get started here with Amy.
Yeah, Angels White Sox here. Last Wednesday, Jack Kokonowitz here, the Angels allowed just 1 run and 5 hits over 7 innings against these Chicago White Sox. And 8 days ago, Jonathan Cannon for the White Sox beat the Angels. He tied a career high with 7 strikeouts. Both of these teams are absolutely putrid offensively, ranking 26th and 30th in runs scored. I think this game stays under the posted total, Tony. And taking a look also at the Twins Marlins here. Twins, playoff chances here are kind of fading, so they really need this game. Ober's been a strikeout machine, 180 on the season. Marlins are looking to avoid here their 100th loss of the season. They're sending Ryan Weathers to the mound. Weathers hasn't won since May 26th. I'm going to take my chances here with Ober and the Twins on the run line.
There from Damien. All right, move on over to Tony Brown.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Angels in this spot heavy. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a pick 'em on the line. There's no underdog, and anytime you have to pick out of the White Sox, you pick against them. I mean, that's just common sense right there. They've lost 120 plus games. They're the worst team in the MLB possibly ever. So you have a pick 'em against one of the worst teams in the league history. Don't pick them. So I'm not, and I'm going to pick the Angels.
All right, Tony Brown there on the Angels. Move on over to Rod.
Yeah, and for me in this time slot, we're looking at the first one. We're going to look at this the Mets taking on the Braves here in this one, and Schwellen back on the mound for the Braves in that one. And you know what? I think we get Mr. Schwelly back at dealing in this one tonight. We've seen good Schwelly and bad Schwelly, but I think tonight in this one he's Mr. Ace on the mound. I think he goes 5-6 innings and mows down the Mets. Look at that plus price. They're almost baiting you into taking the Mets. Everywhere I see is like Mets. The Mets aren't good. They don't have enough. They've been smashing. Take the Mets. No, I don't want to take the Mets here in this one. He looks Severino on the mound, and sure, he's been pitching well, but on the road, it's a coin flip. 4-4 with a 4.8 ERA for Severino, and I think this Atlanta bat are going to heat up and enjoy beating up on Severino in that one. You look at the Braves in this spot; they're also the Braves have won their last 9 night games at home following a road win. So I got to go with the Braves there in that one. They know how to get it done in that spot. So I'm going to go against the Mets in that one. And then the other one, I look at that price and Bailey over I don't know, this Twins team. I don't want to be laying minus 245 with that. And I definitely don't want to be chasing run lines and odds with this Twins team, who's looked awful. They look like they've just walked off a cliff and been like, hey, we're right into it. And then all of a sudden just like, yeah, we don't want to play this anymore. Whee! And I know Weather's on the mound. Yeah, he hasn't been the greatest pitcher going, but the way the bats have been going for the Twins, only one way to go for me in that one, and that is taking the Marlins. The Twins have lost their last 6 night games against the NL East opponent, and at 2 times my money, I got to take a shot here with the Marlins in that one. And Weathers, there ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
That's right, Weathers.
Sunshine's coming out, and the weather's going to start to clear.
Let's see.
Give me the Weathers and the Marlins in that one.
Weathers.
Got to take a shot. All the value there.
There you go. On Weathers. All right. I'll tell you what I think about these here. I'm going to look here. We'll get started here I am here with the Atlanta Braves. We're getting healthier now. Schwellen back in his home games at night, 5-2. Look at Severino on the road as a road dog, 1-6, losing 5 units here. So I'll look here at Atlanta here. I'm there with the Angels here with Kokonowitz here. He got off to a really bad start, and then also he got his act together here over his past 7 starts. ERA 3.05, whip of 1.15. Cannon here, past 7. Cannon's been struggling here. Team mark behind him in his past 5 home starts, 0-5, losing 5 units. Angels bullpen's got it together. Of course, the Chicago over their past 7 hit just $1.85. I'm going to be that guy. Well, actually, I'm going to join Damien. I did think I'd have company on this one. I'm looking at the Twins run line. As I've said before, the Twins, what they do is they beat the bad teams. They're the bullies. They're the bullies on the block. So the bully's been getting beat up by people bigger than him, but now they find someone that they can handle with no muscle tone, no height, no reach, no chin. That's the Marlins. So this is where Minnesota scoops it up and wins here. Is they found somebody that they can beat up, and that's the bad teams. When you look here at Minnesota, 11-3 the run line at home, when their $2 favorites are greater against these bad teams. That when their favorite $2 are greater. Of course, when your favorite $2 is greater, you are playing a pretty bad team. So I'll take the Twins run line here in this spot as they find someone they can beat up on. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. Let's get ready here for the next series of games here. We'll get the on-screen up for you right now. Let's take a look what we got up next here. We got Mariners, Astros, Cardinals, Rockies, Rangers, Athletics. And we get this one started here with Damien.
Yeah, it's going to be tough here for the Mariners to catch the Astros, but I do like them to keep the heat on them. Logan Gilbert has pitched very well against the Astros in his career, and one of his best starts this season was at Houston, where he gave up just 2 hits in 8 scoreless innings. Valdez, meanwhile, just 0-2 with a 5.29 ERA against the Mariners this season. So I'm going to back the Mariners here in this one to put some more heat on the Astros. And also taking a look here at the Cardinals and Rockies. Ryan Feltner here of the Rockies, just 3-10 in the season, but he's actually won 3 of his last 4 starts, and his September ERA is just 1.96. Michael McGreevy has been impressive here for the Cardinals in his limited big league action, but he will be making his first road start, and he's going to be making it in Coors Field. That's a different type of animal, so I'm going to take the Rockies in that one as well.
Yeah, from Damien, move on over to Tony Brown.
Yep, and I'm going to go, again, opposite on Damien on that one, just because, like I said, this is the end of the year, and everybody's coming to form. The good teams are going to win out and try to get in the playoffs, even the ones that have not got a shot. They're going to try to win out in front of their crowds and just, just have some pride about themselves. And the losing teams that have packed it up all season, they're going to pack it up. Colorado, Miami, they were all in a tight race for last place with Chicago till they just ran away with it, and now they're all still trying to fight to get 100 losses. So, don't take these teams for what they're not. Your record is what it says it is. I think Colorado's get blasted and lose on the run line.
Yeah, from Tony Brown, we move on over to Rod Zawacki.
Yeah, for me in that one, I agree. Framber Valdez has just been pitching absolutely lights out. And Logan Gilbert, I think he was seen at the Papa Brothers Steakhouse tonight for dinner, so he was trying to go down with that 16-ouncer. So trying to eat a 16-ounce steak and then going out there to pitch a jam is going to be tough against these Astros. He was definitely sightseeing for dinner at the Papa Steakhouse in Houston. So tough one there. Got to go with the Astros and Framber Valdez. He put those extensions in, and all of a sudden it's just like turning his hat in like over the top when he turned his hat like this, and he's just like, yeah. I'm sorry, I got to go with the Astros on the run line. I just think they turn it up. It's that time of year, and Framber has been dealing. So give me the Astros on the run line in that one.
Uh-oh. See what happened. Maybe the Astros guy didn't like that. There he is.
I was about to say, do they have Cox cable?
I guess so. You're there, Ron. You kind of cut out.
Yes, I'm here.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Now, the question we all want to know is, with Gilbert, you said, well, if he just ate steak, he's all right. But what gets you in trouble was all the bread bowl. How many bread bowls did he have?
Exactly.
What size?
Right?
How many potatoes? Was there a lot of butter? What was the size that he had? That's what gets you in trouble.
It was that free bread. The steak took a little longer, right? Because he likes a medium well steak, so it took a little longer to cook it than what he thought. So they had to come back for like 3 servings of bread.
Goodness.
They give you that table bread, and you're all like, "Ooh, this butter's pretty good." I don't know where they find the butter for that table bread, but it's always so good. The trick is they whip it. They put it in a machine and they whip it, so it's nice and airy and fluffy, and it's always so good. And that's why that table butter is so good with that bread. It's always so good. But he was eating 2 loaves of table bread, and then down that big steak. Ooh, gonna be heavy on the heavy stomach there. Gonna be tough there for Gilbert in that one. I got to go with the Astros.
You got to maintain your weight. You can't let your weight fluctuate because the mound feels different. You can't let your weight get like that in baseball because
they bribe you with that table bread though.
Yeah, the table bread.
I know it does. It's that table bread. It comes in there and you're like, oh, that table bread is so good. Yeah. Oh, you just can't help yourself sometimes.
I know.
I get it. You get all excited that table bread.
It's hot. That's the hot sourdough. Oh my goodness, that'll throw it.
That warm. It comes out.
The butter just melts right on it.
It just melts right into the bread.
Perfect.
Oh, you just can't help yourself. Yeah,
Perfect.
it's
I know.
They want you. That's what they want you to do.
We're getting the chat hungry here.
Yeah, I know. We're getting
the chat hungry. Sorry, chat. Let's get to the games here. All right, let's go to the ones. I'm here with the Astros again. Framber, I'm not getting in front of him. I don't know how this baseball is moving on. I don't know if you watched him pitch, but he's got some scary, sick movement on his pitches, which is just it's incredible there. I'm a believer in the Rockies. They're 25-22 as home as a dog here. Even money to plus 150, return 11 units. I'll take Colorado here. These guys got to pad their stats. I'm not now with the money in baseball with a lot of players and everyday players and expiring contracts. I'm not so much of a believer here of guys packing the season because they got to build up their stats. They got their agents in there. Hey, remember you're on a contract here. You got to keep those. You got to get those numbers up. We need some home runs. You're in Colorado. We need some home runs from you guys. So I think there's still pressure on these guys to get their numbers up, especially to build a resume for their contract. So I'll look at the Rocks at home. Feldner, believe it or not, has pitched well. Now 2 runs or fewer in 5 of 6 starts. St. Louis against losing teams, 6-11 on the road in their past 17. So I'll look at that spot there with Colorado. And we looked at Houston there. And what was the other one we had here? Oh, did we do the San Fran game? No, we didn't, right? No, we did.
Texas-Oakland.
Texas-Oakland, yeah, Texas-Oakland. I got to keep up with this one. Yeah, Texas, I'm going to go with Oakland here. Yeah, Valdi, I don't know what's happened to him the last 2 starts. 11 earned runs, 4 homers. He's been getting pounded. Spence is in pretty good form. The Rangers bullpen has been just bad all year. ERA over 6. And I'll look at Spence at home in that one. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru as we get ready for the next series of games here on this baseball card. We're going to close it out with 2 because the Tigers game has already gone to final. So let me go ahead and get the odds up for you. So these are what we're covering next here. Will be Giants and D-backs, Padres and Dodgers. All right, we got some games with playoff implications. We got to start here with Damien.
Yeah, Padres Dodgers. I'm liking the over in this one. We have 2 of the highest scoring teams here in the league. Padres are hot. They've won 8 of their last 9. They're going to be facing a rookie pitcher here in the Dodgers, Landon Knack. For the Dodgers, obviously Shohei Ohtani's on fire, 16 for his last 32 at the plate. And the Padres, Michael King has allowed 5 home runs in 15 1/3 innings pitched against the Dodgers this year. I'm thinking we see some runs in this one. I'm liking it to go over.
Over there from Damien, move on over to Tony Brown.
Yep, and see, I'm going to agree with Damien on that one. Shohei is an over by itself. Like, literally, dude just had 10 RBIs the other day, and that was out of the leadoff spot. Like, that's unbelievable. So, just the way that he's hitting, and then the way the Padres play us. This is a division rivalry game. They've gotten the best of us. They always bring out their bats. They always do their best when they play the Dodgers, and I don't expect anything different tonight. I think the runs come early and often, and the over is the way to play that one.
Over there from Tony Brown. Move on over to Rod.
And for me in that one, I'm going to go with the Padres. You look at Michael King, and he's been absolutely lights out pitching. He's been good. And you look, he's faced the Dodgers twice already this season. And guess what? He's got a win in both starts. His last time out, he went 7 innings against the Dodgers, only gave up 2 hits, mowed down the Dodgers, 11 strikeouts in that contest back earlier this season. And I'm sorry, Landon Knack on the mound. Nicky Nacky Paddywhack, give the dog a bone. You got a win last time out. Congratulations. But you beat up on the Marlins in that one. You went 5 innings, gave up 2 hits. Not bad, but you still gave up a couple walks. The time before that, well, you went against the Braves, and they whooped you. You went 2 innings, you have 7 hits, 5 earned runs. And guess what? That bats are definitely hotter on the Padres than what the Braves are. So it's going to be a long night. I kind of like the over there with you, but I got to go with the Padres. I think the Padres bats come to life, and they just whoop up Landon Knack, and I think that just continues, and the Padres get the win in that one. It's not quite over for the Dodgers yet. Padres are ready, and they're putting some pressure on that division. So Padres can sweep the Dodgers here and make a big push.
Ooh.
They could. You sweep the Dodgers, you win the division. Give me the Padres in this one to make it a little more exciting.
There you go.
We like some excitement.
There you go. Well, you always get that Padre letdown after the 3 games. So even if the Dodgers
and then the
get
other
swept,
game, the other game, my other buddy's on the mound. So Arizona, you should have won that game last night. I don't know what you were thinking,
geez.
but the Giants are going to be giant killers because they're going to kill you. Might just push your butt right out of the playoffs. Give me Logan Gilbert on the mound with the Giants in this one tonight. I'm not going with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Fade That is on the mound. So fade that.
Oh,
Fade
no.
that. Who dat? Who dat? Fade that. Fade that on the mound. Fade the Diamondbacks in that one. Give me the Giants.
Giants there says a fan of Logan Webb. I'll look here in these games here. I'll tell you what I think here. I'm going to go over here. This Diamondback team is in a wild overrun over their past 67, 48, and 20 the over. The reason why is because they can hit, but their bullpen cannot pitch for the life of them. Even their starters have struggled. You look at Fad's numbers; they haven't been pretty here. Fad has passed 4 home starts, ERA 9.95, nearly a whip of 2. Webb, what's going on with Webb? ERA in his past 5 starts, 6.5. Arizona bullpen, ERA 6. D-backs hitting 279 at home. Giants are 4-1 in the over behind Webb on the road in his past 5. D-backs in his 9 home games, 7-1 in the over. So there's a lot of over. There's a lot of overs here.
Right.
So I can only look at the over in this game. I was surprised it was 8. I looked at it. I thought it was going to be 9. It was 8 last night, and then it's moved to 8.5. So I was very surprised how this number never even got to. Now, obviously, you see Webb, you think he's pitching well, but he's not in really good form right now. Boy, this Dodger Padre game, I just can't. The number is just too. Look at this number. We got the Dodgers. Like Ross says, they're begging you. They're begging you. Yeah, I'm on my hands and knees. And I'm begging myself. I'll take it. Give it to me. I'll take the Dodgers at this low price. Dodgers, you don't get the Dodgers on sale very often. They're on the red tag sale right now. Blue light special. They're on clearance right now. So I know the Knack's going. My Sharona was a pretty good song. It was a one-hit wonder. So I go with the Knack and My Sharona. They were the only they sang that one back in the day. But I know King's good, but he's a right-hander. If King was a lefty, I'd be a lot more nervous. But the Dodgers hit right-handers pretty well. And the way the Dodgers are hitting right now, I don't want to get in front of them. I mean, this is the best I've seen them hitting in months. Really, it's been a while. They're hitting 288 over their past 7. I don't want to. And also, when the Dodgers are at this coin flip price at home, 9-2. So I could only look here at LA, and I know Tony Brown likes that one here in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through as we get ready here for the next series of games. We're going to go over to the W. Of course, we've got the playoff. Remember, these are best of 3, so we got elimination games right off the bat. They don't waste time in the WNBA. They go right. I know at some point these are all going to be best of 7s, but we're still. I don't know how long we're away from those, but I know at some point they will be best of 7s. I can see that, especially if the Caitlin Clark gets eliminated after 2 games. You better believe it; they'll be all to get best of 7s. All right, let's take a look at what we're looking at these series of games. We'll be looking here at the Dream and Liberty. The Dream's still got some dreams to win. Let me see. Where's my pad here? Where we got to move the lines. Oh, here we go. Dream and Liberty, and then the next one will be. I thought I had it right here. Maybe I don't have it right. All right. Well, we got Dream and Liberty. We also have tonight's in the doubleheader game. The Aces are in action tonight against the Storm. Storm, yeah. So the Storm it will be going head to head here. We got the right date, but I don't know why we're not getting that moved in. But anyway, let's get this one here started off here with Damien.
Yeah, I'm liking the Dream here to keep this within the number. 13 points just seems like too much. I know the Liberty went out to an 18-point halftime lead in Game 1, but I expect Atlanta here to come out, like you said, it's an elimination game for them. They want to send this series, do all they can to send it back to Atlanta. I don't think they do. But I like them to keep it within this number. It's just too big for my liking.
Yeah, from Damien, we move on over to Tony Brown.
Yep, I'm going with both of the good teams. I'm going with the Liberty, but I'm going to go first half. I agree with Damien. Got 13 just a little bit too big. They came out to a big halftime lead last time just to set the tone, let these girls know they can't play with them. And I think they'll do that again tonight. They don't want to force a Game 3 because anything could happen. And they have to keep pace with the Aces to let them know they're, coming for a rematch. So I think they start fast, plenty of points, and blow the Dream out by at least 6.5, 7 points, whatever the first half line will be in that one. And then I'm going with the Aces. Not just once, but the 2-time defending champions. And Asia Wilson, the unanimous MVP, and that's for good reason. We're just watching history right now. And I think that the Aces come out big, and they take a big first half lead, double digits at least. So take both of those teams to win in the first half and cover the spread as well.
All right, we go on over to Rod.
And for me, in these 2 games here tonight, I'm going to take the over between the Liberty and the Dream. We've seen that there were a bunch of players on the Dream that definitely didn't shoot up to their potential, and that's including Alicia Gray. She went 3 for 9 from the field and 0 from 3 from behind the arc, and I expect a better shooting night from her, especially with the books having her point total and rebounds at 20.5. So she was well below her average in that first game. So I expect a higher pace than what we've seen in that first game as well. So a lot of people think we're going to see an under. So I like the over, a little bit fast paced. The Dream definitely going to give it all they got. If they get that backdoor cover, definitely lean to it the way that thing's looking. I think the Liberty win by 11, 12 points, and we get that backdoor cover with the Dream. But I like the overs to play. Track meet in that one. And then the other one, if any chance for a reason. Did anybody watch what happened in that fourth quarter? When it came crunch time, the Aces stepped up and they only allowed 4 points in that fourth quarter to the Seattle Storm. And there's no chance that the Aces want to go have to hop on a plane and go to Seattle and play one of those winner-take-all decider-type games. A lot of people I see jumping to Seattle thinking it's going to be close because they did keep it close in the first 3 quarters. But what I see in the fourth is what we're going to see the whole game. This Aces team are going to be like, we're the champs. We're not going to Seattle. No chance. They want to go to Seattle. Give me the Aces by 10 plus. This is all the values here at this minus 7.5. Even if it's moved up to 8, 8.5. Even if it moves up to 9, 9.5. I like the Aces by double-digit blowout. Seattle Storm in that one tonight.
Yeah, we go from Ron. I'll tell you what I think about this game. I like the over in this one. Dream Liberty. We see the Liberty's offensive efficiency has been second best in the W since the Olympic break. Also, they're playing at a fast pace. I look for an over in this one. Dream and Liberty. All right, we got you through these games for tonight. And now it's time. Ask the cappers here if we can get their parlay peripheral sections. So they give us a parlay, or they give us a peripheral, or they can also give us a team total. That's their call here on this segment. So let's begin it here with Damien.
Yeah, I'm liking a couple prop bets here for strikeouts. I'm liking Cole Reagans and Bailey Ober to get both over 6.5 strikeouts, and also throw in there Justin Steele. He's going up against the Phillies. You mentioned earlier the Phillies did clinch yesterday, but he's been very tough on the Phillies in his career. Just I believe 1 run in 11 innings pitched. Phillies, I got a lot of good left-handers, but he's left-handed. I think he gives them trouble. So take the over the strikeouts with all 3 of those pitchers tonight.
Yeah, from Damien. We next move on over to Tony Brown.
Yeah, I'm going with a female foreplay tonight. We're going to go with both of the favorites at the half. Like I said, the fourth quarter can get kind of tricky, whether it be a blowout or they just run out of steam. So we're going for the Aces at the first half, and we're going for the Liberty first half, and we're taking the over in both of those games. Elimination games, the teams are going to be fighting like a dog to stay from getting eliminated. And I think the favorites are going to be playing just as hard and leave it all on the table to keep from having a game 3. So buckets come early and often in both of those games. I like the over in both of them, and I like the favorites at the half in both of them for a nice little 4-leg parlay in 2 games.
And from Tony Brown, move on over to Ron.
So I'm going to go with a little 3-teamer here. It is the favorites. We're going to go with the Yankees on the run line to clinch that division and clinch the first round bye. We're going to go with the Astros on the run line. Clinch the division and that one. Framber will be all sweaty and slathery. I think you've seen him. He's already sweat slathered and up already going. So at the Astros on the run line. And then Tony Brown's favorite team. You got to add the Aces. Lay the points. Throw them in there as the third part of that parlay. Nice little Yankees run line. Astros run line. Aces. Lay the points. Little 3-team parlay for you tonight.
There you go. I'll tell you what, I think the Nationals and Royals will start in a rain delay there. There's some bad weather back east, guys. So you're going to have to keep an eye on some of this stuff. All right, I'll go here. The game I like the most that's non-premium is the under between Red Sox Blue Jays. So that'll be part of my 3-team parlay. Under Red Sox Blue Jays, Braves, and the Astros. All right, we got you through the parlay, a peripheral segment of the show. So let's find out what the guys have for sale. Big week here with Major League Baseball, NFL, college football, the W as well in action. We'll start here with Damien. Damien showing great results over the past 7 days. What do you have going over at Pick Dawgz Premium?
I got 3 plays on the board today, 2 in baseball and 1 WNBA play. You can get them all 3 together. My winner circle pass. They're all for sale individually as well. Plus $15 gets you my Major League Baseball total of the day. Once that wins, turn that into a long-term pass, guys. That is where you get the most bang for your buck.
There we go. From me, we get on board with Damon. And Tony Brown, what's going over at Pick Dawgz Premium? You've too been hot over the last 7.
Yep, we're on a roll right now, and it's not going to stop tonight. We got 6 plays on the board. You got to jump in fast. Some of them start at the top of the hour. But if you miss those, I still got another 3 premiums in the MLB. I got some of my college plays up there already. We got some great lines. You don't want to miss those. So you can jump in and get them. If you haven't seen the ones that are on sale, My premium players get those on the 3, 7, and 30-day all sports passes. You get every single pick I release from every single sport. So you might as well want to grab one of those passes. We don't want your money. We want the bookies' money. And that way, you don't have to pay per day, per sport, none of that stuff one time. And you get every play I release for your slotted amount of time, whether it's 3, 7, or 30 days. Or if you're serious about making money, the full VIP year.
There you go. Got full year VIP from Tony Brown. All right, Ron, what's going over at Pick Dog Prim strong in WNBA this year? You're on mute, Rod.
I got a 3-pack going in tonight's MLB action over at Pick Dog's Premium. I also have my top 10-star play of the day in the WNBA. You can scoop that up singly, sold by itself. We're on a nice 501 run in the WNBA, cruising right along in these playoffs. And also, as Tony said, the best way to go is to go long-term. Subscribers will get them early college football plays that I've got in there on a 3-day, 7-day, 30-day pass. Or the best deal I got going, join me in for the rest of 2024. I've got an all-access rest of 2024 pass going. That'll get you everything going right until we kick off the new year in 2025. So that's the best deal going I got over at Pick Dog's Premium. That way, as Tony says, you don't miss. You don't have to pay per play, per day, per sport, and because the sports are going to get hot and heavy going forward here. NBA is right around the corner. NHL is right around the corner. College basketball is right around the corner, and we cover all those sports and find plays and winners. So the high volume starts to increase and the plays given out. So you definitely want to be aboard long term so you don't miss out on any of those. Jump aboard over at Big Dog's Premium.
That's right, guys. Got about 3-pack up there on the board tonight from you guys. Of course, my best bet up there as well. So get on board with that. As we said, long-term pass. You guys like that 7-day pass early in the week. That'll cover you all your NFL Week 4, college football Week 5, MLB the W. Promo code PICK at checkout will save you that 15% off. So go ahead and get signed up. All right, we got you through the show today, guys. Before we roll and sign it off for today, any last words from anyone?
Yeah, for me.
Go ahead, Rod. Take the floor.
Tatis to hit a home run in tonight's game, as both these guys love the over, so we're going to see some scoring in this game tonight. I'm going to take Tatis Jr. to hit a home run. On the road, he's hit a home run in 4 out of the last 5 Padres games. Tatis, since he's come back, has been absolutely on fire. I think Knick-Knack Paddywhack, give a dog a bone. Knick-Knack Paddywhack, give Tatis a home run tonight.
Nice.
Take Tatis to hit a home run.
Did you see anything in NHL?
NHL tonight. I looked at the NHL tonight, and you know what? There's some really bad goalies going in that action tonight. So that one that I said earlier today, when I looked at it, look at the Penguins taking on a Buffalo rookie goalie in that one. So I like the over 6. It's a 6, so take the over Buffalo and Pittsburgh. And then the one we're going to take a shot with, we're looking at Seattle taking on Vancouver. I like Vancouver in this spot. Arthur Servos is going to make the start for Vancouver, and he was the goalie that stepped up when Vancouver was dealing with injuries last season in the playoffs, and he's up for that one tonight. So I think Vancouver at that home crowd goes absolutely nuts under that coin flip price. Take the Canucks in that one. And then the big dog that I like, one dog spot I'm going to take. We've seen the Leafs in Ottawa. They've been playing split season games and back and forth. And we've seen an Ottawa rookie get the breakaway goal and give Ottawa the win. We'll take the Leafs tonight at a plus 170 to return the favor back in Ottawa tonight and get the win over Ottawa. Plus 170 at that one.
Yeah, from Ron. Anything got, Tony?
Yeah, I was just going to say the Dodgers aren't going to get swept.
That's no sweep. No sweep there for LA. All right, we got you through the show, guys. Be sure to tune in to get them on live 6 each night. We'll do it all over again. Bring our cappers, give you the place for you here on the show. That's going to do it. Let's go ahead and wake up. All right, guys. You guys make it a winning day and night. We'll catch up with you again